Good evening, members of the committee. I'm Edith Avilés, and the topic of our research project is the use of the CLIL approach to improve A1 students' level. The tutor who helped us with the development of the project is Master Rodrigo Guerrero, and the outline of the presentation is based on the following topics. First, we have the welcome and personal introduction. Then we have a brief description of the research problem. Then we're going to talk about a brief summary of the project justification. After that, we are going to present about the literature review in which the independent and the dependent variable are going to be explaining here in this point. And after that, we have the research design that is going to be explained too. And finally, we conclude talking about the methodology that we use in this research work. So first of all, we have the welcome and personal introduction. So let's get started. Welcome to the distinguished members of the committee. The researchers of the project are Ms. Joanna Alban, who is an English teacher. She has been teaching English language for 8 years in a private institution. She worked with students from 8 to 10 years old in Latacunga. And me, who is talking right now, I'm Edith Avilés. I have been teaching English for 10 years in a public high school in my hometown, Santa Lucia. I work with students from 12 to 16 years old. And also, I consider important you to know that we decide to implement this research proposal together because we notice the same problem with the same skill in our students. So that's why we are here. So at the second point in the outline, we have the research problem. The context of the research problem is based in the struggle that the fourth grade students at the Unidad Educativa Sagrado Corazón de Jesús in Latacunga have to comprehend, recognize new vocabulary words, predict, connect, and also summarize information of written text. So for this reason, in order to inspire students and give them the opportunity to get and comprehend knowledge, it is necessary to investigate the effectiveness of the use of activities based on the CLIL approach that allows students of A1 level to improve their reading comprehension. In this way, they can predict, connect, and summarize information in written text. As the third point, we have the research justification. In here, in this research work is mainly justified by having as its legal framework the foreign language curriculum issued by the Ministry of Education, in which it is contemplated the use of the CLIL approach for teaching English classes. Previous precedents of its use in different countries like in Europe and in America, where it has positive support, even in Ecuador, we need to apply the CLIL approach in our classes too. Furthermore, it is important to highlight the theoretical justification of this work since it is a particular interest for teachers in this area because this work contributes to their professional growth, and its use makes possible to concretize this academic innovation in English as a foreign language at the Unidad Educativa Sagrado Corazón de Jesús in Latacunga. As the fourth point, we have a brief description of the chapter number 1, the literature review. Here we are going to present the independent variable and the dependent variable. In this chapter, we focus on the literature review of previous studies and researchers where the CLIL approach have been already applied in different contexts around the world. Also, different studies were analyzed to find the pedagogical implications of using the CLIL to improve the reading comprehension of the student. So, as independent variable, the CLIL approach, we have that Coyle, Hood, and March in 2010 pointed out that CLIL is a dual focus educational approach in which additional language is used for the learning and teaching of both content and language. In addition to this, the CLIL approach allows teachers to use active learning strategies and innovative teaching resources in order to reinforce the content of other subjects through reading comprehension as well. On the other hand, we have the dependent variable, that is reading comprehension, in which Mike Lockley, 2005, stated that reading is one of the most important skills in second language teaching, since it promotes imagination and curiosity, increases the lexical competence, encourages readers to have new experiences, and builds meaningful knowledge. As a final statement, reading comprehension could be defined as the ability to understand a text, to analyze the information, and also to interpret correctly what the writer is stating in a reading comprehension in this case. And now my colleague Joanna is going to carry on with the next topics of the outline.
Okay, now I am going to talk about the research design. Firstly, I am going to explain that this research is a descriptive and explanatory research because we are going to explore and describe the influence of the CLIL approach in order to improve the student reading comprehension of A1 level. After that, we have that it is we are going to use a mixed method because we are going to gather information of qualitative and quantitative data. And it is a non-probabilistic study because the sample was defining consider aspects as the convenience and the relationship that the students have with the teacher, that in this case is the research. Here we have diagram where using the Bloom's taxonomy was possible to integrate the different stages of the reading process with to the cognitive reading strategies in order to improve the student reading comprehension. As we can see here, we have the different stages of the reading, as well as the cognitive strategies like relate, connect, deduce, and summarize. As this way, we are going to want to improve the student reading comprehension. After that, we are going to talk about the instruments that we are going to apply in order to gather the data. So firstly, we have the pre-survey. In this pre-survey, we are going to gather information about the factors that limit the students' reading comprehension. After that, we are going to apply the pre-test, which help us to identify or to make the initial diagnosis and identify the level of the students, of the reading comprehension of the students. The next instrument is the post-test that help us to track the student process as well as to identify the effectiveness of the proposal. And finally, we have a post-survey in order to gather information about the students' insights about the use of the CLIL approach in order to improve their reading comprehension. These are the structure of our research. And here we have some of the references that we are going to use in order to support our research work based on these experiences and studies that help us to support our work. Thank you for that. And that's all about our presentation.